It's funny. Sometimes the biggest, most complicated ideas are hiding inside the smallest, simplest things. Today, we're going to take one of the most common words you can think of and use it to unlock a really fascinating idea about how language works.
So, let me ask you a question. Do you think you could get by, really communicate, have conversations, write emails, the whole deal, using just 850 words? It sounds, well, impossible, right? But that's the actual idea behind something called Basic English, which was designed to be a super clear, streamlined language for everyone in the world to use. 850. Just let that number sink in. What's so amazing about this is what it means for the words that did make the cut. With a list that short, there's absolutely no room for fluff. Every single word has to be a total powerhouse, a real workhorse.
And that brings us to what we're going to do today. We're putting one of those 850 essential words right under the microscope, and that word is little.
So, what is the big deal with little? How did it earn a spot in this super exclusive club when thousands and thousands of other words got left behind? Well, as it turns out, this one little word is secretly doing the work of a whole bunch of others.
Okay, so let's start with the one we all know. Rule number 1, little as an adjective. This is the version we probably use the most. Its job is super simple. It just describes a thing.
But here's the thing. Even in this one job, it's incredibly flexible. It can describe physical size, sure, but it can also talk about a length of time, or even how old someone is.
So here's a classic example, right? A little piece of the cake. You're just talking about its size. It's small. Simple enough. We get it.
But now, look at this sentence. When we say little boys, we don't necessarily mean they're short. We mean they're young. See that? The word just shifted its meaning from size to age, but it's still doing the exact same job of describing the noun boys.
Okay, but this is where it gets really, really cool. Little has a second, totally separate job. It can also be a determiner. Now, don't worry about the grammar term. All it means is that instead of describing what something is like, it tells you how much of something there is.
As a determiner, you use little with things you can't really count, like time, or information, or patience. It basically just means a small amount, or even simpler, not much. And this is a completely different job from describing size or age.
For example, in this sentence, little time doesn't mean the minutes themselves were tiny. It's about the amount of time he had. He didn't have much time. You see the difference? It's not about quality, it's about quantity.
And here's another perfect one. Little is known. This means the quantity of knowledge is small. Not much is known. The word is measuring an amount, not describing a quality.
Now, here's the absolute proof that these are two different jobs, and it's a bit of a weird quirk in English. Little, the adjective, and little, the determiner, are so different they actually turn into completely different words when you try to compare things.
This table just lays it all out perfectly. When you're using little as an adjective for size, it becomes littler and littlest. Makes sense. But when you're using it as a determiner for an amount, it becomes less and least. Think about it. You would say you have less time, right? You'd never say you have littler time. They are two totally separate paths.
And get this, even the opposites are different. The opposite of a little dog is a big dog, but the opposite of having little time is having much time. It's one word with two distinct jobs and two completely different sets of rules. It's pretty wild.
So, let's bring it all back. Why is this one word so vital? Why did it make that exclusive 850-word list? The answer is really simple. It's a linguistic Swiss Army knife.
This one word can stand in for small, young, and short. That's 3 right there. But then, on top of all that, it also handles the entire concept of not much when you're talking about quantities. That's the kind of incredible efficiency you need when you're building an entire language out of just 850 pieces.
And that is the real lesson here. An idea like Basic English isn't about limiting what you can think or say. It's the total opposite. It's about finding the most powerful, most versatile words, the ones that do multiple jobs at once, so you can express huge ideas with perfect clarity. So the next time you use a simple word, maybe just give it a second thought. Because if one little word can be doing this much heavy lifting, just imagine all the hidden power packed into the other words we use every single day without even thinking about it.